Welcome to Fairy Tales You Shouldn't Read, the stories that whisper something familiar, then lead you somewhere strange. Here, heroes don't always make the right choice. Goodness gets tired, and magic comes with a twist. Get comfortable. It's time to begin. The Tale You Shouldn't Read, The Dragon Who Was Fed Gold. Once upon a time, in a vast kingdom, there lived a little dragon named Glim. His parents were the most powerful dragons in all the lands. They soared high above the clouds, breathed fire hot enough to melt stone, and gathered the grandest treasures. And they loved their son dearly. So they built for him the best cave in the world, walls lined with pure gold, a ceiling sparkling with gemstones that shimmered like stars, the softest rugs, woven from enchanted unicorn wool, and every morning before heading off to their grand pursuits, his parents would say, "Glim, you know we love you very much, right?" "Yes," the little dragon would reply cheerfully. "Here's another golden goblet, and a silver helmet, and a sapphire crown. Wow, thanks." And then they flew away. Glim sat in his golden cave, surrounded by countless treasures. He had everything, except for one thing. At first, Glim was happy. He had so much. He could build towers out of gold coins. He could play with the reflections in rubies and diamonds. He could even sleep on a mountain of treasure, soft as a cloud. But one day he felt a strange emptiness. Not in his belly, inside. He walked up to a mirror made of pure silver, looked at his reflection, and asked, "Glim, you have everything. What else could you possibly need?" His reflection didn't answer, so he decided to ask his parents. The next morning, when they brought him a new emerald goblet, he asked, "Can you stay and play with me today?" His parents exchanged a surprised glance. "Oh, Glim, but you have so much. Look, here's another enchanted bracelet." "Yes, but I just want you to stay with me." "Oh, sweetheart, but we're so busy. We're gathering all these treasures for you, so you'll never be in need." Glim nodded. They left another chest full of precious jewels and flew away again. But the emptiness inside him didn't disappear. The next day, Glim decided to test something. Could he fill the emptiness with treasures? He covered himself in gold coins, heavy and cold. He wrapped himself in the finest silk cloaks, beautiful but not warm. He even hugged a massive diamond, because diamonds are rare, so they must help, hard lifeless. And that's when Glim realized something. Jewels don't laugh with you. Gold doesn't listen to your stories. Even the softest silk can't replace a warm hug. And so he decided to leave. Glim flew far and wide over forests and rivers until finally he got tired. He decided to rest in a clearing, and suddenly he heard laughter. Real, joyful, booming laughter. It was young dragons, but they weren't sitting on piles of gold or counting coins. They were racing through the trees, playing tag and building something out of sticks and leaves. And with them were their parents. Glim blinked in confusion. Wait, aren't parents supposed to be busy doing important things? But there was a huge red dragon, running and playfully growling as little dragons tried to defeat him. A green dragoness was tossing dragonlings into the air, catching them and twirling them around. An old grey dragon sat under a tree, calmly telling a story while the young ones snuggled up and listened. Glim stared, completely mesmerized. Oh, a new one. Several young dragons ran up to him. "What are you doing here?" Glim hesitated. He suddenly felt embarrassed to say he had run away from home. "Oh, you must be lost. Come with us." And before Glim could say anything, they pulled him into the game. He played tag with the younger ones. He wrestled with the huge red dragon and lost, but it was really fun. He even learned to build a fort out of sticks. Not as strong as gold, but way more interesting. For the first time in a long time, he laughed so hard the trees shook. "Wow, you're cool," one of the young dragons grinned. "Come have tea with us in our cave. We have roasted leaves." and warm honey. Glim had no idea what roasted leaves were, but he wanted to find out. By the time Glim flew back home, he wasn't the same dragon who had left. He had thought treasure was the most important thing. But now he knew the best things in life couldn't be locked in a chest. When he finally reached his cave, his parents burst out in a panic. "Glim! Where have you been? We nearly burned down the kingdom searching for you. We thought wizards kidnapped you, or that you sold yourself for coins," Glim smirked. "And if I did, how much would you pay to get me back?" "Don't joke about that." His mom awkwardly tried to hug him, but hugs weren't really common in their family. Instead, she fixed his crest and sighed. "Well, at least you're home. We thought you didn't like it here." Glim took a deep breath. "Can I say something strange?" "Uh-oh." His parents tensed up. "I want less gold. And more. You." Silence. Then suddenly. Crash. Golden towers. Precious gem heaps. Diamond walls. Everything came crashing down. Coins spilled, gemstones scattered, and his mom's eyes went wide. "Did you bring a magical storm with you?" His dad shook gold dust off his head. "Wow." Glim slowly crawled out from under the treasure pile. "Well, at least we have less extra gold now." His mom held her head in her claws. "Oh no, cleaning this up is going to be a nightmare." His dad sighed. "Guess we'd better start sorting this mess." Glim frowned. Back to treasure? Again? But then, his dad picked up a goblet. "All right, Glim, let's see who can find the biggest ruby first." And suddenly, the cave turned into a playground. They slid down gold piles like ice skaters. They built fortresses out of coins and play attacked them. For the first time ever, they had fun together. And when they finally collapsed, exhausted, Glim smiled. "Now my cave is truly amazing," his mom ruffled his crest. "Because it's cleaner, because it's finally alive, because love isn't about giving the best things, it's about being there. And time together is worth more than gold." And the tea, by the way, was delicious. The end. And long live friendship tea and ridiculous dragon chases. That's it for today. The tale was a little too strange, a little too close to the truth. But you know, every story dreams of being read. And maybe you were meant to hear this one. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe to the podcast, and drop a comment. Somewhere out there, another story is waiting, and it can't wait to be heard.